Hello friends, today we will discuss the goto statement. What is goto statement? The goto statement is used to alter the normal sequence of program execution by transferring control to some other part of the program unconditionally. The general form of the goto statements are shown below. This is the first form called forward jump. This one is the second form called backward jump. So either it is forward jump or backward jump. Whenever we have to transfer the control from one place to another place, we write the goto statement. So goto statement also include the label. So label indicate the place at which control is to be transferred. So in this first example, we see that label comes after the goto statements. That's why it is called the forward jump. Whereas in second example, we see that label comes first before then the goto statement. So that's why it is called the backward jump. Each labeled statement within the function must have a unique label. That is, no two statements can have the same label. Now let us try to understand this forward jump and backward jump, or we can that goto statement through the example program. So in first example program to check voters eligibility to vote based on the age. So we can write a program like this one. So in this program we see that first statement has include standard input output.h file. Then within open and close brace of the main function. Here we first statement is int age, and using this statement we declare a variable age of integer type. The next statement prints enter person's age on the output screen. Then here there is a condition if is greater than or equal to 18. Go to out. Here we write the go to out. So out is the label. So wherever this out is written, control transfer to that point. So in this program we see that out label is after the printf statement here. So control from this point, if condition is true, transfer to the out label, and this out label comes after the goto statement. So this is a type of the forward jump. Now whenever we execute this program, first what happens? This enter person's age. This message is printed on the output screen, and then whenever user gives response 66, then what happens? When 66 is greater than or equal to 18, that is true. When true, if block of the if else statement executed, and in this if block go to out, this statement is there. So control is transferred to the out label here in the program. So at this place instruction is print a person is eligible to vote. So this message is printed on the output screen. So we get the person is eligible to vote. Instead, suppose in the second run, enter person's age. If we enter 17, naturally this condition becomes false. When becomes false, then else part of the if else statement is executed, and in the else part person is not eligible to vote. This gets printed on the output screen. Now let us take another example. In this example, using goto statement, we have to write a program to check a number is odd or even. So a program can be written like this one. In this program, within open and close brace, first statement and second statement declare the variables. Then start colon. So this start colon is the name of the level where control is to be transferred from the goto statement. The next statement printf enter a number. So this is the message that is printed on the output screen for the user's response. So when user enters a number, that is taken in by the scanf function and is stored with the variable n. Next, if else statement, check whether a number is even or odd by finding the modulo by after dividing the number by 2. If a remainder is 0, then it means that entered number is even. Otherwise, entered number is odd. Then printf. Do you want to exit? User have to give the response yes or no. If he enters no, n for no, then scanf that character is taken in and is stored with the temporary variable temp, which is of the character type. Then scanf function %c ampersand ch. Whenever any integer variable is taken in, then there may be a null character that is may present in that one, that is stored with the character variable. Then in the next if statement, if cs is equal to n or cs is equal to n, that is whether a lowercase n or uppercase n, then go to start. Control is transferred to the start. That is, this is done. So if user want to check another number, then it check another number for its odd or even. So if n is there, control is transferred to the level start. Then again enter a number. This message is printed whereby user enters the number that is taken in and is stored with the variable n. Again, remainder is found by dividing the number by 2, and if remainder is 0, we display the message that number is even. If remainder is 1, we display the message number is odd. So again printf, do you want to exit? If user enter the yes key y, then that y is taken in and is stored with the variable temp. Then using the if else, then in if else statement, if character is n or ch, here character is not n, then go to statement is skipped off and output screen is held by get ch, where we see the result. So in this way, number of the time we can enter a number and check it for its odd or even, and whenever user wants that it has to exit, then it press the y, whereby program terminates. So we get the output like this one. Enter a number. When user enter this one, then this number is divided by the 2, and what is the remainder? Naturally it is a 0. So this number is even. So we get the output message, enter number 66 is even. Then do you want to exit? Depending on user response yin. If no, then again control goes to the start level and program is repeated. So here enter a number. So 67 is entered by the user and entered number 67 is odd. So again, do you want to exit? If user enter the y that is for taken, the program ends. Now in other example number 3, state output of the following program. So program is given and what would be the output of it? We have to tell. So we have to go statement by statement and try to understand what would be its output. Then int sum equal to 0. Variable sum is declared which is of the integer type and its value is initialized 0. Then next one is the for statement. For int I equal to 0. Value of I is initial to 0 and I less than or equal to 10. This is compared with this one. So condition is true. When condition is true, then body of the for loop is executed. In the body of the for loop, for first condition, sum equal to sum plus I. Value of I is added to the sum. So value of I is 0 and also the value of sum is 0. So 0 plus 0 is assigned to the sum. Next one is the if statement. If I equal to 5, naturally at present I equal to 0. So this condition is false. So body of the if statement is not executed. Then control goes to the I plus plus. Value of I is incremented. Now value of I becomes 1. Then 1 is compare. 1 is less than or equal to 10. Condition is true. When condition is true, again body of the for loop is executed. In this body, sum equal to sum plus I. Value of I is added to the previous sum, that was the 0. So 0 plus 1, 1. This 1 is assigned to the left side variable sum. Then in if condition, value of I equal to 5, that is 1 here, this condition is false. So body of if statement is exit is skipped off and again value of I is incremented. So this time value of I becomes 2. Again for 2 condition is true. So in this way value of I is incremented and that value is added to the previous sum. So this condition is true till value of I in the if statement is true. When value of I is equal to 5, then condition this if statement is executed and this transfer the control to the addition which is outside of the for loop. So value of I, that is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 gets added. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. What is this sum? That is stored with the variable sum. And when value of 5 is also added and then condition is checked. When condition becomes true, then body of the if block is executed and control goes to the addition level. So from at this addition level, print a percentage d, what is the value of sum? Addition of 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 5 is printed at this point. So whenever this program is executed, we get the output as a 50. Now in the next example, we have to write a C program to find sum and average of positive numbers and result is displayed when used enter a when user enter a negative number. So this program is for addition of the positive numbers as well as average of the positive number, and program terminates whenever user enters any negative number. So a program may be written like this one, and again we use to terminate the loop, use the goto statement. So in this program here, constant int maximum input equal to 100. So maximum input, this is a integer type of constant and its maximum value equal to 100. So we can add or take the average of the maximum of 100 numbers. Int n, another integer variable I is declared. Double number comma average comma sum 0.0. So these float type very real variables which are the of double type number, average, sum are declared. So sum is initialized a value of 0.0. So using for loop, for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to maximum input is 100. So initial value of I is equal to 1, condition is true. When condition is true, body of the for loop is executed. So in body of the for loop, first statement is %d. So at this point value of I is printed, that is 1 point. Enter a number. So whenever user enter a number, that number is taken in and is stored with the variable number. Then there is a condition using if else. If number is less than 0, because program terminates when number is less than 0. So first time suppose this number is not less than 0, then go to jump. Here go to jump, where is jump level? Jump level is mentioned at this point. So this go to jump is executed when number is less than 0, when this condition is true. But suppose first time this condition is not true, then out of this if statement, sum equal to plus equal to number. What is the previous number? To that number next number is added. So in this way, how many numbers we want to add, that is gets added using the for loop. And whenever we want to exit the for loop, we enter a negative number. When negative number is added, control transfer to the jump level using the go to jump statement. So jump at jump level, average equal to sum upon I minus 1. So average is calculated and then print sum equal to percentage 0.2 f sum. What is the value of sum? Using the 2 digits after decimal point, that gets printed. Then print f. Next printf statement printed the average, because here we have calculated the average. Sum is already calculated and average equal to sum upon I minus 1. That is what is the value of I? Because I minus 1, sum upon I minus 1 give the average value of the numbers added. So these two printf statement print the sum as well as average, and then program ends. So when this program is run, initially we get the output like this one, enter a number. So suppose user gives enter the 3, then next enter another number, because these 3 and enter a number, this 3 is not the negative number, so another number 4.3. So these two numbers are added and stored with the sum. In a similar way, if user enter the third number 9.3. Then again enter a number. Suppose this time it is -1. So previous three numbers are added and stored with the variable sum. But when it enters the -1, if number is less than 0, -1 is less than 0, condition becomes true, and then using the goto statement, go to jump, control jumps to the jump level, and where after jump level average is calculated, and then we print the output result sum and average. So in this way sum equal to 16.60 and average is equal to 5.53 gets printed. So in this way we discuss what is goto statement. So in goto statement we transfer the controls unconditionally from one point in the program to another point. So this transfer may be in the forward way or in the backward way. So when it is done in the forward way, it is called the forward jump, and another way is called the backward jump. So in this way, I hope goto statement is clear to everyone, and with this one we will end our class. Until next class, bye and have a nice day.